on Friday, Tegan Kavan being that pitcher of the year last year, someone who I think if you can hit against her, I feel, of course, always get yourself better in trying to top what you did last season to the season.
Saw those numbers from the sophomore season of Taylor Cruz, who earns a leadoff walk.
Like that, especially a run rule quite like that. Not with numbers like that.
3-2. It's out to Kaden Henry in center.
Start moving that ball just a little bit more off the plate.
Haley Lang, first pitch she sees over the left side. She was 2 for 2 against Texas.
At the first pitch is a huge win for her.
Nice job by Vivi Martinez, not losing track of the ball as the freshman third baseman Alyssa Sneed crossed in front of her. Here's Sarah Tarr. Really intelligent freshman in her own right. And as that ball gets back to the backstop, it's an extra.
That is rough.
2 outs, runner on third for the Buckeyes against number 2 Texas here in the first inning. The 1-2 will not get out of the infield. Coming in is your first baseman these days, Katie Stewart.
Sure.
Ashton Maloney, as long as she didn't go around, has been hit by a pitch and is being awarded
forearm. So yeah,
looked like
right there on that wrist.
Yeah. Evan starts so far.
And I think you're seeing this timeout early on the game is just, she's pretty hyped up right now. She is.
Guzman and William Lopez below out there in the field. 2 aboard and no ball yet batted into play.
Again, I think this isn't anything to worry about if you're Ohio State. This is.
Last year, who helped step up for the injured Vivi Martinez at short. It's been a great fit on the right side of the bag at second base this year. They would love a triple play ball here, wouldn't they? Reese Atwood's on deck instead. Bases are loaded for Reese Atwood, and this will not be the first time that Reese comes to strike thrown to Reese Atwood is also called a mistake. First
pitch, they're going to go try to keep that ball down in the zone. It looks like a drop ball inside. She finds a corner. But
only third base unoccupied. 1-0 offering from Molt to Stewart. Katie Stewart will shoot this one out to the warning track. Won't quite have the distance and miscommunication, and now the Longhorns have to make sure that there's not more than one person on any given bag.
Luckily for them, Texas had to catch to try to take third base there.
All-American campaign as your shortstop. Come up with nobody out. Bases loaded of the warning track, having right center. Missed all of last year with the knee surgery. To Reese Atwood, who has 16 now. And the transfer Kaya Altmaier from Arizona. Bases loaded to 2-2 over the right side. They'll try to get the force at home. Arizona with the Wildcats in the Big 12. She was first team all Big 12 last year.
Excellent throw home to get Martinez. So talk about just.
And she was your starting pitcher in the home opener for the defending national champions back on Thursday.
So much respect as a pitcher getting you in there, getting quite a bit of.
It's a full count. First base is the only bag unoccupied. Slow roller to the pitcher. Mulk just needs the underhanded toss to first, and that for Ohio State. Nebraska and Washington. Texas went 3-1 against top 25 opponents. Senior was all conference in the Big Ten last year and gets a base hit to lead off the second inning. And she's going to try to make it extra bases and perhaps a tad greedy.
For Martinez to make that, but I mean, that is about as close.
Challenging the call. In this case, Kieran Kumar, like all coaches, first asked the umpires,
there's nothing more that Kaden Henry could have done differently. There's nothing, I think, differently. Martinez executed perfectly from the defensive standpoint. Limon knowing her speed, and
as you noted, they've already erased the 6-run deficit. Leanne Good, pretty darn good.
This is something you don't see often, is Coach White coming out and having this conversation. Usually it's of a high-level conversation. Yes, he.
So Landmaster with 2 outs, nobody on. Over left side, Martinez put that game away with a 10-run inning. Maloney, they'll say that ball hit her in. Oh, she's out. It hit her outside of the. No.
Now this will not be a single.
I think they would have. Back to Molk, who has a chance to work a quick second inning.
Be where she wants to live.
Leanne Good looking to go opposite field. It's not going to carry. Izzy Neal will squeeze it in, and gone 26 innings. Only one of those innings was there not a zero on the opponent's line for the score, and that was
And lead the charge so it doesn't have to just be Tegan Cavan.
Altmaier will call off everybody else. Left side, Sneed. This will get down, and Cruz for a second time gets to run the bases against Texas.
Really well, and that's something the rest of the Ohio State lineup needs to be able to capitalize on.
Abby Wilhelm's a morning person this morning. Teams, including Friday night. Texas leads the series 5-2. Before that, the Buckeyes run. They would win their lone meeting with the hosts. Got her looking, backwards K, and Taylor Cruz for a second time today will be left stranded on the base.
But I kind of love it. I think that's more of the pressure she put on herself last year, and now she realizes she doesn't need to do that. Start with the first pitch strike, so let's attack, but I still feel like
had a dramatic come from behind walk-off home run here against Auburn on a Sunday to clinch that series. That one sneezed. She currently is second only on Texas to Reese Atwood in RBI this year. And off the end of the bat, can she beat it out? Molk able to look at that right foot of Wilhelm. And unless there's an illusion there. Fourth inning of work for Cam Salmon. The 3-1 offering to Lang. From the second game of last year. Tar out towards Henry in second. Caden will squeeze it in, and nowhere for Haley Lang to go. Bringing runners home. One on, one out. First pitch swinging, Skylar Limon. Runner on first, Haley Lang with the leadoff walk. And Texas, 6-hole hitter trying to extend this fourth inning. With just their second runner in scoring position today, fights that one off. 2 outs. Shallow right, but an easy read on it, Ashton Maloney, and for a second time, Ohio State unable to make Texas pay.
yeah, absolutely. Not only that, a little help from your defense goes a long way.
Looked a lot like my mini golf score sheet. Takes me a little bit to settle
Warm
in.
up, yeah.
Sarah Tarr.
The other outs have been fly balls, so I think you're just like skyrocketed fly.
Got some pretty big names in that Arizona Wildcat softball program over the
All-American center fielder, so hearing that we were getting an outfielder from Arizona I thought was really going to round out.
And we mentioned 2 career hits. They're both home runs. It's been feast or famine offensively.
Hannah Wells all over that. I think that first swing, and Texas to have that power down in the 9-hole. The rich get richer.
We still don't know what kind of base runner she is. Here's the top of the order, Ashton Maloney. Left side, and that one out of the glove of Landmesser, who almost squeezed. Of course, last year, the first year in the SEC for Texas, as they helped the SEC end a 10-year drought. Henry over the right side, Wilhelm not overwhelmed. Cam Salmon continues her start. Bottom third of the order, Lottie Landmesser is going to get to see another.
And a team that showed fight on Friday when they were down, able to get 6 runs in 1 inning to tie it back up.
First home run.
A good pattern.
Mike White wanted to get a second arm in, as we've seen in all these games. So
Yeah, and you got to just tip your hat to Jenna Molk in the circle for Ohio.
the opposing freshman pitcher for the Buckeyes settled in after that. This will be a foul ball. Field bleachers from a few years ago now. Look forward to SEC weekends when every single seat is occupied.
It looks so much better. It looks so much further.
The 1-2 over the right side. Again, 5 individuals in the infield. That is still that is your right fielder, Ashton Maloney. including one regional victory. And for now, Cam Salmon.
That is just very, very good for Texas fans. But Steve Singleton leaving for Cal head coaching job, and how Coach Earlywines stepped in to keep this offense.
Down on strikes. That's good, retired by Jenna Molk.
How about Jenna Molk?
In the first. That brought home Maloney and Henry at the time to give Texas a lead that they would double. 4 and 5 hitters were the minimum that Jenna Molk could see here in the 5th.
Were really good misses.
Katie Bennett, the senior, will come on to run for Reese. Katie Stewart, again, 4 home runs in San Antonio last weekend. Still, their last 4 games have all been short ones. Run rule victories for Texas. Runner going down to second. Thanks.
Locked in. I feel like that was the pitch she was looking for.
Home opener for the defending national champions.
4 innings, 5 strikeouts.
Those 2 teams in Northern Illinois. This one's going to be foul. Facing the 3-hole hitter for the Buckeyes.
It was the drop part of it that got me off guard.
Should have been. Nichols. Payoff pitch to Lamone, pays off for Hannah Wells, comes in relief and shuts down the Buckeyes. Go up in the 6th. And this will just get over the outstretched glove of Buick. We don't think it actually did. Maloney punches this out to Cruz, makes the catch, and just like that, 2 away.
Hovering down there at the dugout.
Lays off that one, and Wallace. Past the 5th inning.
Yeah, never.
Drop 3rd strike. Throw down to 1st. And 3-0 to Buick. Here is Landmesser, who you mentioned joined the rest of her teammates. Now just protecting herself here is Landmesser. Runner on first. That's a foul ball. Scooped up by Nichols, who, just for good measure.
You know, Lincoln, I think a lot of people, oh, you were a catcher, think like you're tough. Guys, come on.
Ball 4 for much of today. Again, the 0-2 with 2 aboard, and Hannah Wells will fan her 3rd and possibly run the bases as well. Shallow center coming on, well read. Like with 2 outs, 2 on, the payoff pitch, bases loaded. All loaded. With bases loaded.
Wow.
Deep. With 2 outs, just needing 1.
All coaches taking the field.
Down by 3. Obviously Tar with a home run would give the Buckeyes their first lead against number 2 Texas, but right now Tar launches this one to left. That's a foul ball. On it.
Offense that 1st inning looking so sharp, and then again, I think you're looking at a pitching